Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy spot! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Sunday football review for round 18 of the 2022 NRL season. Just me tonight. Just going to be doing a quick review on all three games from Sunday football. We saw three games of football today. We saw the Panthers beat the Tigers at Bankwest Stadium there, 18 points to 16. Raiders over the Storm down there in Melbourne, 20 points to 16. And the Rabbitohs getting over the Bulldogs in a high-scoring game there, 36 points to 28. This is the Sunday football review. I hope you guys are all doing well. It is Sunday night, 8:48 p.m. Three games of football today. All of them 1-12, by the way, which I think was great. Good to have all the games today be very close and go 1-12. I want to say hello to everybody in the live chat before I get into the review of all three games. Hello to Jason Reader. Hello to Luke Melbourne Storm fan. Rugby League History is here. Hello, Rugby League History. I hope you're doing well over there in the UK, my good friend. We got Josh Rabbitohs 2022. Electrical Dust. We've got Polished Channel. Everyone's rolling in here. Luke Melbourne Storm fan says, I'm very, very angry. Yeah, I bet you would be. After seeing Melbourne lose 3 in a row, of course you'd be pretty angry. Everybody would be angry if that team loses 3 in a row. Doesn't matter who you support. But hope everyone's doing well on this Sunday night. We've got 15 people in the chat. If you're new, make sure you like the live stream, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are about 100 subscribers away from hitting 2,000. So let's try and get to that 2,000 mark very soon. But we're going to get into the very first game now, and we're going to review the West Tigers versus the Penrith Panthers game down there at CommBank or Bank West or Western Sydney Stadium, whatever you want to call it as. Panthers 18, Tigers 16. Now, in case you guys didn't know, Penrith rested practically everybody. There was no Brian To'o, no Stephen Crichton, no Jerome Luai, no Nathan Cleary, no Appy Coruscant, no Liam Martin, no Isaiah Yeo, no, that's about it, I think. They had everybody out, Penrith. They had literally everyone out. They had basically the New South Wales Cup Panthers versus the NRL standard West Tigers, and I thought the Tigers were going to hold on and win that game until Fisher Harris in the last 6 minutes scored that try, and Penrith went over to get the job done there for Fisher Harris in game 150. So good on Fisher Harris for doing that. But the Tigers, they tried an experiment today. They had Jackson Hastings at lock, Dewey to 6, Brooks to 7. And I must say it was nothing more than a failure. This was a joke. Now, the first half, Hastings at lock looked pretty decent. But the longer the game went on, the more worse the Tigers' forwards got. Because when you have Hastings play lock as that extra half, then it puts more pressure on the back rowers and Garner and Tulangi. And then offering Gowie and Musgrove have to do a lot more work. And then it's just, if you're using Hastings as an extra half at your jersey 13, it puts more pressure on the forwards. It makes them have to do so much more than what they should be doing anyway. So it just clearly didn't work. So, look, I get why the Tigers tried it, but I don't want to see it happen again, because if it ain't going to work against a B Penrith side, how's it going to work against a fucking quality standard NRL team? Like with all due respect, If the Tigers today, with the team they had, played a full-strength Penrith, this would have been 50 to 60 points. If the West Tigers played Penrith, Cowboys, Sharks, Broncos, Eels, and Storm today, they'd probably get beat by 30 to 50 points. So, because they were playing a B understrength Penrith side, they were a chance, but they still couldn't get the job done. It's just the West Tigers, man. I don't know how they deal with it. Their fans, I feel sorry for their supporters. Their supporters must go insane. I reckon half their supporters will probably start considering smoking cigarettes and getting on the vapes. They would be going nuts. Imagine being in the year of 2022, going into 2023, and your team hasn't played finals since 2011. You would go mad. You would have a smoking, a drinking, a vaping problem. You'd go mad. You couldn't deal with it. You'd go nuts. Anyway, let's get into the game. The poor old Tigers, I feel so sorry for them, man. Their fans don't deserve this. They have great supporters, the Tigers. They have a great fan base. They don't deserve this shit. They deserve so much better. But we'll get into the game now. And the Tigers, they got off to a really good start there through Junior Tapau or Tupu. I can't pronounce his last name properly. He went over and scored the first try of the game there on the wing. Tigers off to a good start there in the 10th minute. Tigers 4-0. Dewey missed a conversion. Good start there for West Tigers. Penrith hit back there through Isaac Tago. For some reason, the commentators tried calling Isaac Tago Isaac Tagul or something. I don't know what the fuck they were trying to pronounce his name as. It was weird. I didn't understand it. Isaac Tago scores in the corner. Kurt falls from the sideline, nails it. Penrith go to a 6-4 lead. Really good start for the Tigers, but Penrith obviously hit back there, got in front, and then Viliami Kikau with an incredible pickup off that grubber kick. That was incredible from Kikau. The bunker looked at it. I'm going, why are they looking at it? There was never a knock on there. I'm glad the try was still awarded. Kikau scores a great try. Penrith go to 12-4 after 25 minutes gone, and I thought Tigers was actually still in this game, but just the scoreline for the Tigers wasn't great for them. And then off the scrum there in the 36th minute, Adam Dewey went through and scored a try. He converts his own try. But get the half time there. Penrith 12, West Tigers 10. Anyone's game still. I thought Tigers would probably coming into the second half there with a bit of momentum, but obviously it didn't say that. It was second half started there. It was pretty back and forth for a while. It was a grind for ages. And then the 68th minute, Ken Mamalo went over for a goddamn try. Ken Mamalo went over and scored in the corner. Mamalo knows how to score them tries. And interesting enough, Mamalo went to the right wing instead of the left wing today because Nofaluma was out. So that was a very interesting positional change. So Mamalo went to the right-hand side, scored a try. Tigers up 16-12, and everyone thought they were going to hold on. And then with 6 minutes to go in game 150, poor old West Tigers, they couldn't hold on. Fisher Harris went over and scored with about 4 to go. And he scores in game 150 and wins the game for Penrith. They go in front 18-16. Tigers go short, can't get it back. They put a chip over the top towards the end there, but it didn't work out. And Penrith get the win 18 points to 16 over the West Tigers. Like I said, the experiment of Hastings at 13, they can't be doing it. It's not going to work. And like I said, if you can't beat a B Penrith team with that trial opportunity that they had with Hastings to 13, Dewey and Brooks in the halves, if that isn't going to work versus a Penrith team that's pretty much their B team, how's it going to work against a full strength NRL team? It ain't going to work. So disappointing. I will get to the live chat in a minute. I'll see we got super chat. I'll get to that in just a sec. But yeah, the poor old Tigers, they can't get a trick right. They come on last on a ladder for a reason. Things aren't good at the Tigers at the moment, and I'm hoping they avoid the wooden spoon. I don't want them to get last. I want the Gold Coast to come last, but sometimes it isn't the B. But Penrith, they get the win there, 18-16 over the Tigers, and Penrith's chances of minor premiership is looking like it's a lock, the way things are looking at the moment. So well done to the Panthers on a very, very solid win. My top 3 players on ground from the game, though. Number 3, I'm going to go with Joe Offering-Gowie. Thought Offering-Gowie in the front row was very good for the West Tigers. So Offering Gowie is my number 3. My number 2 is James Fisher-Harris in the front row. Paul Fisher-Harris had a great game at front row for Penrith as well. And number 1, my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Dylan Edwards. I thought Dylan Edwards at fullback today was outstanding. Had a fantastic first half, ran for about 150 metres. Second half, I think he ran a bit less, but still very good performance from Dylan Edwards. He ran for like 250 or something. So Edwards is my man of the match in the Panthers 18-16 win over the Tigers. Now back to the live chat. We've got a $5 super chat. It says, well, Nick, Tigers have another tough 2 weeks coming up as they face your Cowboys in Townsville next week. Then my Broncos in Brisbane the week after. Oh, boy. That could be bad. That could get really ugly. Cowboys will be back to full strength next week, except Ruben Cotter might be a bit 50-50. And I don't know if Tulangi will be back. I'm pretty sure he will be back. And I play Brisbane in 2 weeks at Brisbane. They'll be full strength as well. So, geez, Tigers have got a really tough run coming up. But it'll be interesting to see how things go. So, good luck, West Tigers, in a few weeks. All right. We'll get to the next game, which was a massive upset. And hang on a minute. I need to go to the live chat once again. Jesus Christ. Daft Previous has just donated $20 to Super Chat. Holy fuck. He says, what a ripper of a round on the punt. Feel sorry for the Tigers and Dogs. Punt a bit better than their records suggest. On a positive note, nailed a 10,000k win on the footy, on this round of footy. Love your stuff, Nick. Well, Daft Previews, thank you very much for the $20 Super Chat. Definitely did not expect that tonight, bro. Thank you very much. If you guys want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so. You've got Super Chat and PayPal. I prefer PayPal because the money goes into my banking account instantly. If it goes into Super Chat, I don't get it until the 21st. So now that it's the 17th of July, I won't get this Super Chat money until probably August 21st. So Daft Previews, thank you for the $20, bro. If you wanted to donate again in the future, bro, PayPal would be the best way to go because it goes in instantly. Same with you guys. If you want to donate, PayPal's the way to go. It's so much better because I get the money straight away then and I can give you all a massive shout out if you do it. But thank you very much for the $20, bro. Fucking hell. And congratulations as well on the $10,000 over the weekend. That is well deserved. Did not expect that. Thank you very much. Means a lot, my man. Anyway, we get back to the game. I'll PayPal you next week. Cheers, bro. Appreciate it. Canberra Raiders 20, Melbourne Storm 16. Now, if you watched my tipping video on Tuesday, I've thought about tipping Canberra. I was that fucking close to doing it, but I didn't have the guts to do it. I didn't have the kahunas to do it. Didn't have the balls to do it. For some reason, I stuck with Melbourne. Maybe because Munster was playing. But fuck. Canberra Raiders 20, Melbourne Storm 16. What in the fuck? This was a great game of football. I thought the refereeing in this game was really poor. I thought the officiating was dreadful. Both sides had a lot of bad calls. What a game for the Raiders. I mean, obviously Melbourne, obviously the big one, Ryan Pappenhausen. He's done his patella. Apparently he's having surgery tomorrow morning. But Pappenhausen for the season, gone. And in my opinion, Melbourne Storm for the premiership, their chances, in my opinion, gone. Absolutely gone. Melbourne's season, in my opinion, is now over. They can't win the comp without Pappenhausen. I put a line for him a few weeks ago. I said, I can't see him winning the comp. I just don't think they have what it takes at the moment. And after what I saw this afternoon, without Ryan Pappenhausen, the Melbourne Storm, for mine, they can't win the comp. Their back line is depleted with injuries. Their fullback, the superstar fullback, is now gone for the year. It would be extremely remarkable and some sort of story if Melbourne were to win the comp this year. But after what I saw this afternoon, I can't see it happening. I think you can put a red pen through the Melbourne Storm. Their season is over. Well done to Canberra. But their record down there recently has been great. I think they've won 3 in a row. They're down there in Melbourne now against Melbourne, or 4 in a row or something. Their record down there has been good. They beat them there in 2020 when the season restarted. They beat them there in 2021 19 before the finals, and they beat them there again. So this is the 4th time in a row Canberra have beaten Melbourne in Melbourne. It's one hell of a fucking record. They're doing really well down there in the Raiders. So good on them. Really good win from them. We'll get into the game now, and Nick Meaney got the first try of the game. Really good start for the Storm. Actually, that was denied one for Nick Meaney early on, and then he got one back, which got Melbourne the lead early on. Melbourne went out to a 6-0 lead early. Good start for Melbourne. And Canberra hit back because Pappenhausen threw a stupid pass, and then, fuck me, Sebastian Kris ran about 100 metres and scored. Good old Sebastian Kris. I don't know what you guys reckon. You guys can let me know in the chat. Sebastian Kris, very underrated. If I was the Dolphins, I'd be looking at Sebastian Kris. I think he's a great player. I think he's only going to get better the more football he plays. I'm a big fan of Sebastian Kris. Canberra leveled the game at 6 apiece, 6-all. Back and forth for a while there. Kafusi takes out someone off the ball. I believe that was the same time of the game because Jack White made a break. Pappenhausen went to tackle him. Knee on knee. We all know what happened there. Pappenhausen's gone. As that happened, they played on, and then Kafusi took someone out off the ball, and there was a penalty to the Raiders. Raiders go to 8-6 in front. Pappenhausen's taken off the field. I'm a little bit disappointed with Melbourne. I thought that they would have got the Medicab for him, or they would have got the stretcher or some crutches instead of just carrying him off like that. Thought that was quite disappointing. Canberra go to 8-6, so they take the lead, the Raiders, and then the Raiders get a try there through James Schiller. Good try from Schiller. Raiders 14-6. Everybody was quite surprised. And then we get to halftime. Raiders 14-6 in front. I was watching the Fox League coverage there. I watched all the games on Fox today, and I thought the commentators were quite surprised a bit. You know, they were surprised about Melbourne as well. And Michael Ennis was driving this Melbourne-Canberra rivalry agenda, which I didn't understand because I don't see how you can have a rivalry between Melbourne and Canberra. I don't understand what, because I've had a couple of close games in the finals a couple of years ago. I mean, if that's what brings a rivalry, then anything's a fucking rivalry. So that's a bit ridiculous. So anyway, second half starts. Melbourne score the first try there through Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes gets over in that second half there early on. I will get to the super chat once again in just a second, guys. Hughes goes in. He scores. It's a 14-10 Canberra. Still game on. And then in the 54th minute, Jordan Rapana got sin-bin for a high shot. Now, personally, if I was in charge of the NRL, I wouldn't have sin-bin Rapana. It was a bit of an accident. Well, you can't tell me Jordan Rapana intentionally went to strike, I believe it was Josh King, high in the tackle. I don't think it was a high tackle. I thought penalty, move on. I don't think it was that bad, to be honest with you. But anyway, Rapana goes to the bin. Harry Grant scores from dummy half. Melbourne goes 16-14 in front, and we all thought, well, that's it. Melbourne got 13-12 for 10 minutes. It's game over. They won't be able to do it. And then, still with 12 men on the field, Canberra were able to score a try. They moved it to the right-hand side, and Schiller, unbelievable, down the sideline, grabber kicks for himself, runs out of the field of play, runs back in before the ball goes dead, and scores the try. Unbelievable try from James Schiller, one of the best individual tries you'll see all year. It was pretty incredible. Canberra go to 20-16 in front. Pretty back and forth there for a while, and then we all thought Melbourne got a penalty. They put a chip over the top. Canberra, so smart. They saved their captain's challenge for the very last play of the game, and they win the challenge, which I think was the right call. Melbourne they were taking a dive. They were trying to get a penalty. It was ridiculous. Anyway, when you play Melbourne and Melbourne, when you play Penrith and Penrith, save your challenge for the last 5 minutes because you're going to need it. Something bullshit might happen. But brilliant challenge, brilliant work from the Raiders. Raiders win 20-16. Incredible win for the Raiders. They went down there. They weren't really in any good form either. Obviously, they had a couple of wins together a couple of weeks ago, and then they were beat by the Dragons there. They had the bye, and I'd go down to Melbourne this afternoon in Melbourne, and they beat them there once again. They ended up getting the win. So full credit to the Raiders, man. A very gutsy win from them, and credit to them. They deserved the win. So well done to the Green Machine. But what a great game of football it was. Entertaining. And in the end, the Raiders come away with the 2 points. My top 3 players on ground from the game. Number 3, I'm going to go with Nick Meaney. I thought Nick Meaney was outstanding on the wing. He moved to fullback and also had a great game. Number 2, I'm going to give it to Jerome Hughes. I thought Jerome Hughes was outstanding this afternoon. And number 1, my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Xavier Savage. I thought Savage at fullback this afternoon was outstanding. So Xavier Savage is my man of the match in the Raiders 20-16 win over the Melbourne Storm. We get to the super chat there, and cheers to the Broncos and Cowboys having a good year. Faraz, thank you very much for the $2.99 on super chat. It means a lot, my friend. Thank you very much. All right, we got a really good crowd here now for the review tonight. It's a good crowd. It's good to see a good crowd here tonight. And the final game that ended about 20 minutes ago now. I got caught up with something else before I came on to do this. So I had to do it a bit later tonight, the review, about 20 minutes after the game ended. So apologies about that. But anyway, final game at ANZ Stadium. My good friend CJ Moxley was there tonight, probably enjoying himself with this game. Rabbitohs 36, Bulldogs 28. This was a fucking crazy game. Absolutely crazy game of football. Before I get into it, I need to go back to the live chat because we got another donation in the live chat via super chat. It's King Julian. He says, Nick, I checked Storm. They could fall out of the top 4 if Broncos beat Para next week and Rabbitohs beat Storm. Thank you for the update on that. I didn't know that. Fuck, that's crazy. So if Melbourne lose next week and Brisbane beat Parramatta and South beat the Storm could be out of the top 4. That's absolutely crazy. That is absolutely fucking crazy. Unbelievable. Anyway, Rabbitohs 36, Bulldogs 28. What a entertaining, high-scoring game of football this was. Obviously, defense wasn't on anyone's agenda tonight, but it was all about attack, and that's what we saw. Let's get into the game, shall we? So the Rabbitohs got off to a good start. They Lachlan Ilias put a grubber kick in for himself. Ilias scores. Good start for the Rabbitohs. South Sydney 6-0. Really good start for Souths. Bulldogs hit back through Braden Burns. Leveled at 6 apiece after that. And then Declan Casey, brilliant try he scored. I thought that was a great try where they offload the ball a few times there. And Casey went over and scored a try. Bulldogs 10-6 in front. South Sydney hit back then for Cody Walker. Walker went in and scored, and Rabbitohs were up 12-10. Crazy old fucking game this one was. And Alex Johnson scored right before halftime. It wouldn't be a Rabbitohs game without Alex Johnson scoring a try. Johnson went over and scored. Latrell missed the conversion. We get to halftime. Rabbitohs 16-10 over the Dogs. Really good game of football early on. I thought the Bulldogs were right in this game. I thought they were playing really well, the Dogs. Even though they were behind at halftime, they were playing quite well. And we get to the second half there, and Joe Stimson scores his second try of his NRL career at the Bulldogs. He scores, and we leveled up at 16 apiece then, and then it's back and forth for fucking ages. Avarillo scored. This was a great try. Offload, left-hand side. Flanagan probably could have scored himself, but gives it on to Avarillo. Avarillo goes in and scores. Bulldogs in front, 22-16. Souths hit back 2 minutes later for Latrell Mitchell. Brilliant try. Latrell was pumped. 22-all then. Bulldogs go back in front. Paul fucking Vaughan, of all people, whoever backed Paul Vaughan for a try, well done. Vaughany goes in and scores. Bulldogs 28-22. And then Souths get another try back with Totola. Leveled up at 28-all. And I'm thinking to myself, righto, golden point might happen. We might be going to golden point or something. Anyway, Alex Johnson, 74th minute. Latrell Mitchell throws it to Johnson. Johnson scores a try. South Sydney go in front, 32-28. And then the Bulldogs, they put up a bomb. They let it bounce. It was anyone's ball. South ended up getting it. It went down the other end. And Isaiah Tass, I don't know how he stayed in the field of play. It was remarkable that he stayed in. Flicks the ball back in play. And Alex Johnson again scores. He gets his hat trick. Unbelievable. Johnson for a hat trick. You can't even be surprised by it because he does it on a regular. He does it all the time. Johnson is just quality, man. Johnson gets his hat trick. South Sydney hold on, and the Rabbitohs win 36 points to 28. High-scoring game, crazy game. A well-deserved win for South Sydney. They're a chance on finals. They're looking good. They're trying to cement a final spot. They now got a 7th on the ladder, 10-7. If they beat Melbourne next week, I reckon South will play finals. I really do. That'll be a big game against Melbourne next week. But what a win for the Bunnies. They needed to win this. It obviously wasn't great. Defensively, South Sydney have got issues. I don't care what anyone says. South Sydney have to fix their defense. Their defense is dreadful. Unbelievable. Unbelievable game of football. Souths get the win in the end. A great game of footy, and I think everybody who is a casual fan would have enjoyed it as well. So, well done to the Rabbitohs. A very good game of football. My top 3 players on the ground from the game, though. Number 3, I'm going to go with the young centre, Declan Casey. I thought Casey was awesome for the Bulldogs in the centres. Number 2, I'm going to go with Tavita Totola. I thought Totola was great in the front row. And number 1, my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Latrell Mitchell. Latrell Mitchell tonight was outstanding. He had 3 or 4 try assists, scored a try himself. Latrell Mitchell was outstanding tonight for the Rabbitohs, and without him, South probably don't win. So Latrell Mitchell was my man of the match in the Rabbitohs, 36 points to 28 win over the Bulldogs. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude the Sunday football review for round 18 of the 2022 NRL season. If you enjoyed the review, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share the video, do all that good shit. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so. PayPal link is in the description below. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Also, the Titans and Broncos vlog that I was at, or the Titans and Broncos game that I was at last night, the vlog is now up on the channel. So if you haven't checked out the vlog, make sure you go and check it out. Anyway, I'm out of here. Enjoy your night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for another live stream. Until then, take care. See you later.